Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, we're going to be doing Stephen Curry versus Tim Duncan. And this is the last video before, I might make another versus video just to make another one, but this is the last video before I make my top 10 NBA players of all time video. But I will say, before we get into this, Tim Duncan's stats might be way better than Stephen Curry's. But I still might choose Stephen Curry because of the reason that Stephen Curry changed the game of basketball. Everybody started shooting three-pointers because of Stephen Curry. Tim Duncan didn't change the game of basketball. He just wasn't flashy. Nobody else did that. But even if Tim Duncan's stats are way better than Curry's, I will say Curry has a chance to still win because Curry changed the game of basketball and how it was played. But first, starting out with their career accolades, Tim Duncan, 15-time All-Star, five-time NBA champ, 15-time All-NBA, 15-time All-Defense, 3-time Finals MVP, and 2 times MVP. Stephen Curry is a 7-time All-Star, a 2-time scoring champ, a 3-time NBA champ, a 6-time All-NBA, and 2-time MVP. That's pretty good. That's some pretty good stats. When you look at those accolades, you obviously have to hand it over to Tim Duncan. But also, now looking over it now, I'm going to give Tim Duncan that. But we're also, say we're going off of points, Tim Duncan gets 2 points there. But then, Stephen Curry gets 5 points because he changed the game of basketball and the way it was played. But now looking at stats, Stephen Curry, 24.2 points per game for his career. And if you don't count the years where he's just atrocious, it'd probably be 29. But Tim Duncan, 19 points per game. You go to blocks, which is obviously Tim Duncan with 2 more blocks, 2.2 blocks, and Stephen Curry's 0.2. Steals, 1.7 steals for Curry, 0.7 steals for Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan with 2.8 rebounds, and Stephen Curry with 4.6. So he's a big. He's always going to have more rebounds. Free throw percentage, obviously Curry. Curry's an amazing free throw shooter, one of the best of all time. Everything has to do with rebounds, like defensive rebounds, offensive rebounds, obviously is Tim Duncan. Couldn't get the words out. Free throws attempted, it's Tim Duncan, but he's a bigs, and attempted a lot more free throws. And with Stephen Curry standing behind the three-point line, he's always going to attempt less free throws. Effective field goal percentage is Stephen Curry. 2-point percentage is Stephen Curry, surprisingly. 3-point percentage is Stephen Curry, which I didn't realize how bad of a 3-point shooter Tim Duncan was. He is 179%. That is horrible from 3. Field goal percentage is Tim Duncan, 30% over Curry, which I'd expected to be more than 50%. Curry attempts more field goals. Curry played 0.3 more minutes, but that's because Curry hasn't gotten to the point where he's old yet. Tim Duncan retired and was old. And, it just looks like, it might sound a lot more like Tim Duncan to you when you look at the stats, but you really have to think of more deeper than the stats. Tim Curry changed the way the basketball is played and stuff. When it comes to totals, this is obviously all going to be like Tim Duncan. Curry has assists and steals and but almost everything else is obviously going to be him in totals because he had a whole career. So I don't like using that with players that had whole careers or players that had short careers. But when you look at, I don't love per 100 possessions, but when you look at it, Curry, dominant. Because I don't love it because it's almost going to be the same as your average. But it's just an average for normally more than a game. Per 36, these guys are playing a little under 36 minutes, so that's only going to go up a little bit. Each of their points are going up by 1. So nothing's really being affected a lot there. I'm not a big advanced metrics guy, but if you are, win shares, defensive win shares, and offensive win shares all go to Tim Duncan. So if you think win shares matter, then Tim Duncan's your guy. But yeah, I'm just not convinced by the whole Tim Duncan thing. I don't want to give it to Tim Duncan just because I'm looking at the stats and some of the players I maybe judged wrong because I was just going off stats. But I've never been just going. You might say I've just been going off stats. No, I've never been just going off stats because if I were been, I would easily be going with Tim Duncan. I'd be like Tim Duncan all the way. Tim Duncan, GOAT. or something. But Stephen Curry, I think, is better because when you look in deeper in the stats, he changed the way basketball was played, and he's one of the best shooters in NBA history. So when you look past the stats, that's where you see more stuff. Playoff totals, Tim Duncan, because he had more playoff totals, but playoffs per game is what I like. It's just per game. Curry, more assists, more steals, more points. I mean, it's pretty much the same as regular season, except for their stats are better. But depending on who's better at that stat, it's pretty much the same as the regular season. But playoff advanced. Now, win shares is still Tim Duncan. Both of these players won so many championships, which I don't believe Curry's going to win more, but, unless he gets another super team around him, but I don't believe he will. I believe when Klay Thompson gets healthy, he won't be good because he's been injured 2 years in a row. He got injured, and then he got injured again. But, okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to give it to Stephen Curry. Tim Duncan has every single, all the stats better besides free throws, three-point percentage, and points. But when it comes to when you look deeper in the stats, Stephen Curry changed the way the NBA was played. He's one of the best shooters of all time. And so I don't think you can go anywhere but Stephen Curry for this one. Stephen Curry is better than Tim Duncan, and Stephen Curry is higher on my top 10 NBA players of all time list than Tim Duncan. So yeah. If you like this video, leave it a like. Subscribe if you want to watch more of my videos. Hit the bell if you want to get notified when I post them so you don't have just to look at my channel. And actually, if you didn't like the video, dislike it. And dislike all my other videos if you don't like them. Because I don't care if you don't like them. I want real feedback. If this video has 10 dislikes and 1 like, that's realistic. Because maybe 10 of y'all disliked it and 1 person liked it. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.